Alright, so how we should solve this exercise? First of all, what I want you to do is to specify the number of digits that you have in your phone number. So, for example, in my case, let's say that we only have 7 digits. You may have 8, 9, 10, or whatever it may be. And now what I want you to do is, first of all, right, we need to create an array of digits. So the first thing that we need to do is to specify that we will have this array. So we will have an array of integers, so int, and then we have the name of the array, ARR, and the number of digits that you have in your phone number. It may differ from the 7 to 8, 9, and so on. Then we are going to create two another variables, so int I and max index. I'll just explain right away why we are using them, just like in the previous example. So we will, first of all, before we find out the maximum index and the maximum value, we can see here that the array is not initialized like previously. So we should read the values, read the digits from the user. And we are going to do it with a for loop. So for I equals to 0, as long as I is less than 7, we are going to increment I by 1 at the end of every iteration. And now in the loop body we are going to specify what we are going to do. So let's do something like this: printf enter number %d, just specifying the number itself. And here we will specify I plus 1. So the first time we will run this loop body, we will get the message enter number 1, enter number 2, number 3, and so on. You get the point. And now we are going to read this value from the user, so scanf %d, put it inside ARR at the index I. Alright, we have the array of size 7, and on every iteration we access a particular element based on the index itself, based on this I. And now, once we are done reading the digits from the user, we are going to find out where is the maximum index. I mean, where resides the maximum value and what its index. So we will assume that the index, the maximum value is at index 0, right? We will assume like previously. We will assume that it's the first value. And now we are going to make another for loop, let's say for, and start it with I equals to 1, as long as I is less than 7. In your case, it may be less than 8, 9, or 10, and I plus plus. And now we are going to specify a certain condition like previously, right? Very similar. So if ARR at the index I, if a given element in this array that we are looping over is greater than ARR at the maximum index, right, the maximum value that we found so far. So if that's the case, we are going to update the index itself, not the value, but the index, because that's what we are looking for. So we will use max index equals to what? Should we put here ARR at the index I and just leave it as is? That will be definitely wrong, because we will put the value inside of this element inside of max index, and that's not what we want to do. We want to take this index, this I, this current I, which has a value greater than the maximum previous value, and put it inside max index. So we will do something like this: max index equals to I, right? Because I right now is the relevant index. And then you're going to keep on iterating and running over this loop to find out where the maximum value sits and what is its index. And finally, what you would like to do is to print a corresponding message. So index of max digit is %d, and there you go. And instead of this %d, you are going to specify max index. Is that clear? So let's try to run this program and see how it works. So build and run. Now enter number 1, let's say 1, 3, 5, 2, 9, 4, 6. So maximum digit, index of the maximum digit is 4. So we know that this is index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, and index 4. So I hope that's clear and you got the point of what we are doing here. We are searching for the place where the maximum value is stored. And since in C language the indexes start from 0, we can see that 9 is located in its index is actually 4. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.